Hello everyone, Shuling here. I've been Coach John's client since last year. I think I joined him at around April, so it has been a year plus of his mentorship journey. I have to say that in this past year, I've experienced a lot of growth, whether it's in business-wise or in mindset-wise. So before I joined John, I was actually doing one-to-one tuition and doing freelance teaching at centers and just doing like workshops for the centers and everything. So I had quite a bit of experience working at different places because of that. The main part where I felt I was very stagnant in was that I was doing one-to-one tuition and I couldn't see a breakthrough in that. And when I was doing one-to-one tuition, I had to fill up as much as my time as possible, be able to earn income. And in the process, I think I burned out as well. I also realized that this model wasn't sustainable as I grow older. And I have always wanted to make a shift or small group tuition, but I didn't know how to. When I tried doing small group myself in the past, they have either always fallen through or I don't know how to sustain them. So that was my journey before meeting John. After meeting John, I would say he actually pushed me to beyond my boundaries quite a bit. And I think during this year of mentorship and growth under him, I've experienced a lot of things that I never thought I was able to in the past. He also helped me to achieve my mindset about the whole idea of tuition, how I can actually move from gradual small steps to bigger steps, such as, for example, where I wasn't so ready at the beginning to take up workshops and all. He was actually just very gently encouraging and not being pushy. So I felt that the good thing about him is he will walk along with you at your pace, but he will also know when to push you when you needed to be pushed. So my experience with coaching him has been a very good one. Also because I felt that coming from a tutor perspective himself, he could really understand the struggles that a tutor goes through in their everyday work and lives. So I'm very thankful that I managed to get so much value and learn so much from such a wonderful mentor. Yeah, my switch to group tuition was actually very gradual. So last year under him, I was actually still just trying out doing workshops. And it was the first time I actually conducted my own workshop. And I really liked the idea of writing my own curriculum and being able to deliver from my years of experience in teaching English. Yeah, I actually already been teaching for over 15 years, so I had all these resources and I didn't know how to make use of them properly. And John really imparted a lot of resources, such as like how to use AI tools to help you to analyze and shorten your admin work so that you can actually give more of your best to your students. So with this, I felt that with all the tools that were imparted to us, I felt that we were able to develop better resources, and that's also beneficial to our clients as well. Yeah, so like I mentioned, the switch to small group tuition was very gradual for me because I started with workshops, and when I gained some of the clients, the students from Instagram last year, some of them slowly got to know me through the posts and the reel I was making. My number of following is very small, but actually the IG algorithm actually rewards you for your posting. And I think the more important thing was because I was also making this post rather organically and also connecting with the parents on a more personal level. Like I will try to personally follow up with the parents myself. And I think all this like slowly over time it helped me to gain trust my students and my parents. And I think that is actually quite a wonderful thing because I think authentic connections is what we actually need now, especially in this digital age of AI. Yeah, I was actually facing another stagnancy earlier this year where I felt like I was doing a lot of different pieces of work and I wasn't seeing result. I felt like my growth was slowing down. From workshop, I didn't really know how to move on to filling up my groups. So I think John is always very encouraging in the sense that he will just help you to normalize the situation and he will give you encouragement along the way and also push you to think of different things that maybe you have not tried or different perspectives of thinking about things. And also, even though my growth was very slow this year, my growths were really very small. I was very glad I took the leap of faith and just decided to pivot to small group tuition. And along the way, experienced a slower growth. But in the process of this slower growth, I also took the time to really develop all my curriculum materials. And I started seeing results, I will say, sometime of this May. Yeah, so for my March workshop, I actually had zero sign. I only had one returning workshop student volunteer. So I felt, okay, there were definitely things I needed to improve upon. And John also gave advice on that. And there were many other like-minded educators in his community I could learn from. Also, he has many other clients who are very inspiring and very driven as well. And I think I learned a lot of models, different models from them, and I started to apply them the way I was also doing in my business and my reels and my content creation. And so from zero sign up to May, I actually kept my workshop. So one of the things I actually did was I actually sat down with myself and told myself, okay, I don't have to go for a very large group. What is my comfortable amount of people? So I told myself, okay, right now I just want to work with a very small number. So 6 is a comfortable number. And I managed to hit kept 6, right? As in kept all my sessions for my first week of workshops and also my more presents as well. So that was actually a very big growth and also a very big shift in confidence for me to know that actually the work I have done previously were like part of what John was saying, seeding for the future. I was like planting the seed and slowly I will harvest them later on. So this little mindset shift got me to feel that I think that this is really a gradual growth journey. And of course that besides that, let's talk. I'm moving on to, for example, the way I collect payments as well. So in the past, I only collect like postpaid payments from clients. And the whole shift to collecting prepaid payments and even term payments was actually a very big leap for me because I was not sure whether clients would trust me enough to take this leap of faith. And surprisingly, all my clients agreed to the prepaid payments without question. So there was another very big shift in confidence for me because I used to struggle with months of low income and unstable income as well, especially in the holiday months. But right now, in the holiday months, I can actually feel my time more in a more fulfilling manner, such as like organizing workshops or even producing better materials for my students. And it becomes a win-win situation in both cases because I feel stable and the students also get better materials. Yeah. Our job also regularly hosts sessions with other experts to actually enrich our expertise. And I think one of the biggest part that he actually built was this Tutors Connect community where I got to meet other tutors as well. So I think when we meet, we always feel that tutoring is a very lonely journey. So you meet other tutors, you realize that there are actually people who are like you sharing the same struggles. So without a doubt, I feel that this community that he has like slowly built of tutors is becoming very stronger, and we are all very willing to share resources with one another and be there to lend a little ear as well. So all in all, I want to thank John and the community of tutors that he have actually built with us, and of course his client group for all the resources and all the like, encouragement and advice that was given along the way. I feel a lot less lonely in this now, and I definitely feel more driven in my journey as an English tutor. Thank you.